Hello, and welcome back to the C-Files. I'm aware that it's been over 6 months since the last episode, but then this happened. And I also went to college. So while I'm working on part 2 of Colemancheu, I decided to talk about something I came upon with one of my friends, who's actually here with me right now.
Hello, my name is Mr.BMB. I'm an animator, artist. I draw many things, including Colemancheu's thumbnails, and I do it for coffee. Lots, and lots, and lots, and lots
Of coffee?
So much.
Yeah. And what better thing to talk about as an interesting thing that resides online
And is also a cartoon.
than the Lazer Collection, created by Dom Farah. So the couple questions I want to ask about the Lazer Collection are, what is the Lazer Collection? Exactly, what kind of content is inside the videos themselves?
What's the appeal? Why would it be as popular as it was? Was it ever really even that popular? I say yes.
As well as, does the Lazer Collection hold up today? So without further ado, let's look into the first part of the Lazer Collection doesn't have an actual release date that we could find. However, the oldest re-upload was a compilation of the first 2 parts of the Lazer Collection uploaded on September 21st, 2008 by YouTube user Watch the Clouds. The Lazer Collection itself is not actually made by this user, however it was created by Dominic Farah, or as he was known on YouTube, D-Fear. According to the Meme Wikia, the first episode was actually uploaded on January 29th of 2007.
The Lazer Collection was a skit-based animation with the main joke of the series being someone being shot with a laser. That is it. That is literally it. That is every punchline of every clip. More of 90% is that. The jokes are the meme, known as Shoop de Whoop, which I don't know where the name came from, but I like it. And probably naming my kid that, which originated from the episode 157 of Dragon Ball Z. The Lazer Collection takes this meme to a whole new level, featuring the laser as the only joke of the entire series.
The Lazer Collection was uploaded into 6 parts. 1 and 2 are crudely animated shorts where the majority of the jokes are the Shoop de Whoop meme. Part 3, the animation quality jumps up, featuring a story about Randall, a detective investigating the Shoop de Whoop killings, as they called them, until running upon Dr. Octagonopus, who's actually a staple of the Lazer Collection series, appearing in the first episode in a Spider-Man 2 skit.
Alright, it's time to save the city. Hah! The hell? Yeah! The hell is going on? How do I shot wet? Oh my god, it's Alfred Molina! Dr. Octagonopus!
Dr. Octagonopus is an imitation of Doc Ock from Spider-Man, and that's why he shows up in that skit itself. It's then revealed in Part 3 that Dr. Octagonopus is Randall's father, and they run away to, be evil or something.
Feel the power, Randall. Let it seep up your thighs and penetrate your body. Let it penetrate you, Randall. Feels good. Now release. Let it build up and release.
Lazer Collection with plot? How quaint. Part 4 was made after Dominic was pestered to death about making more of these. Kinda like Tomska, but he actually stopped. So he just shat together this crudely sort of amalgam random crap dump heap, and he presented it as part 4. People thought this was stupid and they didn't like it, so they wanted something again. Part 5 was the proper sequel to the Lazer Collection 3, in which Dominic kills off Randall, ruining any plot that the third part had.
Randall, my boy, come downstairs. It's time for breakfast.
Good morning, Father.
Oops.
Which was a decision. It definitely was a choice he made. Whether it was good was definitely debatable. I don't get why he changed and retconned. Fuck this shit, man. I'm not gonna fuck you too. Fuck you. Where was I? surprisingly, it was a huge collaboration with pretty big names nowadays, featuring the likes of Tomska, who made the ASDF movies, and Film Cow, who went on to make Charlie the Unicorn.
Part 6, which for some reason is called Part 7 in the audio track, although titled Part 6, is another Lazer Collection without a story, and actually becomes the final installment in the Lazer Collection series. Dominic went on to start making more live-action content, and now makes short films on his YouTube channel. But as for the Lazer Collection, those have vanished. Nobody knows the real reason as to why the Lazer Collection is gone, but it's lived on in the countless re-uploads of all of the parts, including some weird fan-made parts, but I don't really think those matter because we're not really talking about those.
Good.
Now that we've covered the history of the Lazer Collection, let's move on to...
What's the appeal of the Lazer Collection? Back when I was watching them personally, back in 2007 when they were just all over the place, when compilations and stuff, I personally found the random blasty yelly humor hilarious, and I think that is what just carried over with other people and resonated with them and made them laugh. The niche has sort of died down nowadays. It's less screaming with purpose, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess it moves on to more like humor, like thoughtful humor, you know, like clever type stuff.
Yeah, a lot of like, it's more abstract too, I feel, nowadays. It's screaming but with a French accent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
So kinda. If you like screamy random humor, then this is up for grabs for you. I know one specifically, the monkey one. That one made me laugh.
Hang on tight, Spider Monkey.
I also noticed that just timing-wise, the jokes get longer. That the laser sort of, it's still the punchline, but just the punchline comes later. It comes either sooner than you expected, later than you expected, but it's always just there. Especially back when it stopped focusing on Dr. Octagonopus and the little tiny bits of plot. I'm actually curious if he kept going on with that, if it would still be going on today.
So, do you think it holds up?
No, I mean, even with old stuff like that, you don't see it anymore, so you can't really gauge how it would be if it came out today. Because I feel like if it came out today, it would just be swept under the rug a lot.
I feel like the Lazer Collection is a product of its time.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of like Fred and the Annoying Orange.
Yeah, because the Lazer Collection is kind of that, like, perfect amalgamation of what made 2007 humor what it is.
Yeah, I remember I liked it a lot in 2007 when it came out. I thought it was the fucking funniest thing.
Yeah. It's so weird to think about the Lazer Collection as, you know...
You don't see it as a series. You never see it as anything more than just that cluster of videos that you saw back in the day.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. The thing about the Lazer Collection is that it's always one joke. How do you drag something on that is just one single joke at a time? Every joke in the Lazer Collection, aside from like a handful in like parts...
Like the monkey one.
Yeah. In parts like 3, 4, and 5 are... Well, mostly just parts.
I do remember that a lot of the times the only jokes, now that I think about it, the jokes that we actually did laugh at were the ones that didn't have the laser.
Yeah.
If it was just, I felt like those were just the creator being funny. And that's it. And I think that he's genuinely a funny guy, and he can write really funny things. But when the show was the Lazer Collection, and the punchline has to be the laser, it slacks, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's why ASDF movie succeeded more than the Lazer Collection did.
It's a variety of jokes.
Because it was a variety of jokes. It wasn't put... The focus wasn't on the laser itself. It was focused on the jokes. The ASDF was the art style of the movies themselves. You know, being that, like, pseudo-Newgrounds flash animation type of art style. And I think that's what made something like ASDF movie succeed farther than you know, the Lazer Collection, because the Lazer Collection was just that single joke.
Also, I feel like if you go, I'm gonna go watch ASDF movie 5, but then afterwards I'm gonna go watch the third one. If I watch those two videos separately, I'm probably gonna find something funny that's different than the last video I saw. When it came to the Lazer Collection, just from the 3 that came out, just anything that stuck out to me was anything outside of the joke, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Once he started going into something new, that's when I perked my eyes up and were like, interesting. But then when it went back to I'm a fire in my bull crap, I'm dead. I fell out of it.
Well, I guess in the end, the Lazer Collection, like Super Mario Bros., is kind of a product of its time. The lol, random comedy, and the constant use of shoop-de-whoop, as well as its supposed plot that died an episode later, and the disappearance of the show really begs the question. Is Dom Farah proud of the Lazer Collection? Well, I suppose that's a question for another time. And that ends the C-Files on the Lazer Collection. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more of what's coming up next, then why don't you subscribe? And, I don't know, tell me what you think about the video in the comments. Now, if you want to see more of my buddy Byron here, you should follow him on Instagram at Mr.BMB Art, or on Twitter at Mr.BMB Art.
You'll never guess where you could find me on YouTube, too. It's the same thing. I'd appreciate the clicks. And the love, because I have so much to give. Isn't that right, my friend? Don't touch me. Touch me a little. Goodbye.